What would your life look like if fear never held you back? Would you speak up, start that business, move to that city, love that person? Fear, it's the silent killer of dreams, the invisible wall between who you are and who you're meant to become. Today, on the Prime Paradox, we break down the anatomy of fear, and more importantly, how to conquer it. Because on the other side of fear is freedom. Let's begin. Part 1. Understanding the enemy. Fear is not always the enemy. At its core, fear is a biological alarm system, a protective mechanism hardwired into us for survival. But here's the paradox. The same fear that once saved us from predators now paralyzes us in modern life. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of success, fear of being seen. But ask yourself this: are you living or just safely existing? Fear is the cheapest room in the house. I would like to see you living in better conditions. Hafiz. Every time you let fear stop you, you teach your brain that fear is in control, and it grows stronger. Every time you take action, despite the fear, you grow stronger. Part 2. The different faces of fear. Let's go deeper. Fear isn't always loud. Sometimes it wears disguises. Procrastination isn't laziness, it's fear of failure. Perfectionism isn't ambition, it's fear of not being good enough. Overthinking isn't strategy, it's fear of making the wrong choice. Story insert. Michael was a talented graphic designer, but he never published his work. Why? Fear. Fear of criticism. Fear of not being the best. So he stayed hidden, unknown, safe, and unfulfilled. Now ask yourself, where are you doing the same? Part 3. The science of fear. Neuroscience tells us that fear is primarily processed in the amygdala, the primal brain. But the prefrontal cortex, the rational brain, has the power to override it. So fear feels real. But often it's a story we're telling ourselves. Exercise. Next time you're afraid, ask, what am I really afraid of? What's the worst that could happen? And if that happens, could I handle it? The moment you question fear, you weaken its grip. Part 4. Transforming fear into fuel. Here's the truth. You don't need to be fearless. You need to be brave. Bravery is not the absence of fear. It's moving forward in spite of it. Practical strategy 1. Exposure therapy. The more you do something you're afraid of, the more your brain learns it's safe. Example: afraid of public speaking. Start by speaking to your mirror, then to one person, then 2, then 10. Desensitize your fear through repetition. Practical strategy 2. The 5-second rule. Mel Robbins. When fear arises, count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Move before the brain has time to talk you out of it. Practical strategy 3. Visualization. Visualize the worst-case scenario, then mentally overcome it. Now visualize the best-case scenario. Which one do you want to believe in? Part 5. Real-world examples. Let's look at some giants who once trembled. Oprah Winfrey was told she was unfit for TV. J.K. Rowling faced rejection after rejection. Elon Musk was terrified of SpaceX failing, and it nearly did. But they moved forward. Fear didn't vanish, they just didn't let it win. Cut to quote, "Everything you want is on the other side of fear." George Adair. Part 6. Fear and identity. Sometimes fear isn't about the task. It's about who you believe you are. You say, "I'm not the kind of person who starts businesses. I'm not the type who takes risks." But who told you that? And why do you still believe them? Fear feeds on identity. So change your identity. Start telling a new story. I'm the kind of person who takes bold action. I'm someone who learns through experience. Because you become what you repeatedly believe. Part 7. Journal prompts. Plus action. Take out your journal. Write these down. 1. What is one fear that's silently running your life? 2. What would your life look like if that fear disappeared? 3. What is one small action you can take today, not tomorrow, to face that fear? Then do it. Even if your hands shake, even if your voice cracks, do it scared. Part 8. The Prime Paradox. Reflection. The prime paradox is this: fear is designed to protect us, but when it rules us, it slowly destroys us. The cage is not locked. It never was. You just believed it was. So today, open the door. Step out. Take your power back. This was day 7 of our 30-day self-improvement series on the prime paradox. If fear has held you back, today is your invitation to break free. Share your fear and the action you'll take in the comments. Let's support each other. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And join me tomorrow for day 8. How to build grit when motivation fades. Your potential is waiting. All that stands in the way is fear. You were born to rise. Don't let fear write your story.